Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sportsworks Podcast. We now have our first live video podcast. You know, you guys have been requesting it, not really, but still we're bringing it here, okay? I'm the host today. I am the Phenom, of course. I'm joined by
Little BK.
Hey, you know, Will Scorcho.
All right, let's get into it. So last week, basically, I went 3 for 6. I didn't win. I didn't lose. You know, I stayed even, broke even this weekend. Scorcho did the same, 3 for 6. He broke even. What did you do?
I went 3 for 6 as well.
Yeah, so everyone, you know, it wasn't a money weekend.
It wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible.
It wasn't a money weekend, but we didn't lose either, you know.
How were the blue chips?
My blue chip did not hit.
I didn't hit.
Mine hit.
Yours hit.
Mine hit.
I'm gonna say there was a surprise. You know, that Bronco game, like, I don't know, like, you know, I know the Broncos offense sucks, but
It was trash.
they were on a different level.
It was trash.
They put up, what was it, 6 points, 3 points?
3 points. 3
points.
miserable points.
Yeah,
That game should have been an overall day. It just didn't happen. You know what? It's all right, though. We're going to bounce back this week. I see a lot of value on this card, and keep in mind we got Thursday night games this week, too.
It's Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving football. That's what we like to do. And what
Yeah,
we
guys.
You guys have any more notable...
Hey, look, we're moving
Stuff
into week
happened?
13. Oh, a lot of shit happened over the weekend. I didn't make the money that I was supposed to. I start off the weekend, as I noted on the last podcast, on a bad note.
Yep.
My college pick didn't hit. So I was already in the hole. And then our parlays didn't hit. Our picks, we went 50 for 50 as well, right?
Yeah, you know what, guys? I do want to say that there was a trap game. You know, we talked about it on the pod last week. We were talking about the Raider game potentially being a trap game.
I identified that shit in a heartbeat, guys. Again.
Scorcho called it out, and I followed up saying, you know what, yeah, I think it's a trap game. And I didn't end up hitting it. I ended up picking the over, and it didn't go over. It stayed under.
Yeah, I took the over too, and I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be a trap game.
They kind of both laid off the gas. They pulled out a car at the end.
And it was funny
Kinda
because
fucked
during
it up.
during the telecast on the Red Zone channel,
Yeah.
the guy with the big ears,
Yeah,
He even said
yeah,
it's a
he
trap
said
game.
it's a trap
yeah.
game. And
Yeah.
I said, hey, that shit sounds like what I said on the podcast. Here we go.
The
So,
minute
yeah.
I heard him say that, that's when I was like, okay.
It is.
Yeah,
It was a trap game. It was a trap
That
game.
was a trap game. The Packers, I don't know what they did on Sunday night. They shit the bed against the fucking the Niners.
Oh, they didn't even show
My
up.
goodness.
That was terrible.
That's embarrassing, man.
We took the Packers that game.
Yeah, we took the Packers.
We're trying to make a little money, you know, trying to come up
You
with
guys
a
took the
bookie.
pack. Yeah, you guys.
I took the
Yeah,
Packers.
we
Mom and I
went
took
there.
the
We went there
Packers.
playing with house money though, because we did take the Titans over. That thing was way over. It was
Yeah.
an easy cover.
So the minute our parlays didn't hit,
Yeah.
what we did, we hit the bookie right away.
Exactly.
1-on-1. We took the over on the Titans game, and
Because you know we absolutely
Hey.
hate losing money.
we had to make our money
we
back
made
some kind of
money,
way.
man.
Some kind of way, we got it back.
Yeah, basically broke even this weekend though. There
Yeah.
wasn't any major victories. But you know, like we said, we are going to get back into it. We're going to get into the swing of things because this is a lot of value on this card. You guys want to start this pick six segment now or what?
Guys, week
Get it
13.
going.
I mean,
Let's
let's
get into it, baby.
Who wants
I'm
to
gonna
start
go
off?
ahead- I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. I want to talk about which game I'm gonna talk about the Colts and the Titans. All right. The Colts are at home. The Titans are the underdogs. They're getting 3.5 points. The over/under is 43.5. This is a game where all right. You know what? Let me just start off talking about the stats. You know I'm a stats guy. I like to look at my databases. I look at the trends.
Sure.
You know that's a smart way to make money usually. All right. So Indianapolis is 9-1 against Tennessee at home in the last 10 games. 9-1. That's not against the spread. That's just straight
9-1,
up. That's a
guys.
straight up record. And also keep in mind this year Indy is 4-0 against the spread with divisional games. All right. So they've covered every single divisional game they've played.
4-0, huh?
Yes. So-
Even with Brian Hoyer in there?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, they didn't play a
Wow.
divisional team, I don't think.
Yeah.
Wow.
But keep in mind, like I said, the numbers they're good to go by usually. But you would think that I'm going to go ahead and say I'm taking the Colts this week, but no, I'm taking the Tennessee Titans.
Wow.
We talk about the Titans all the time on this podcast, saying that's the worst team to put on your card. They always screw your parlay. It's the truth.
It's
They-
true,
they
though.
do.
It's very,
They do.
very true. Very
Last
true.
week they made me some money though.
They did. They made us money, yeah.
Tannehill has been looking like a fucking god in that offense.
Hey, he's a different player. He's a different player.
Few starts. He is 4-1.
Thanks for the stats, Joe. You know, usually I bring the stats.
Got
Joe's
you,
bringing me
man.
some
I
stats
got
too.
you.
Yeah, he did his homework. He did his
They
homework.
are 4-1 with Tannehill in there at quarterback. The offense just looks a lot more fluid. They're putting up points. Their defense has been top notch as it's been all year. Derrick Henry's being a beast as usual.
Put up 42 points.
Hey,
telling you.
that line is blocking for this man right
Yes.
now.
Plus
Yeah.
They really are.
plus 3.5. I feel like you have to take the points, and the Titans, if anything, they'll lose by a field goal, and guess what? You'll still cover, you'll still make that money because that half point. Once again, guys, we are getting all these points off our parlay card from the bookie. So
Our card right here.
that's what we're basing these numbers off of. So I'm taking, like I said, the Titans plus 3.5. What do you guys think about this game?
Hey, look, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is one game that I was really looking at, and I like it. I really, really do. I respect the Colts. I have a lot of respect for the Colts. I think Frank Reich, the coach, has done a great job with the team, considering he lost his starting quarterback or retired at the beginning of the season. So he was kind of shorthanded in that hand, in that sense. He's done a great job with the team. He's done a great job dealing with injuries as well. Mac goes down with a broken hand, no big deal.
They're banged up.
T.Y. Hilton
Yeah.
is hurt, no big deal. Luck retires, no big deal. I mean, he keeps fucking winning games, and the games that they've lost, they haven't gotten blown out. So that's a sign of a good team. They're not getting blown out. They're being very competitive, and I like that. I like a competitive team. I like a team that's going to go out there and give me its best shot. As far as the Tennessee Titans, I can't touch more than what these kids already said. Look, they're playing good ball right now. They're well balanced. Tannehill's playing out of his mind. Henry, he's looking like a rejuvenated, running back right now. Power runner. He's doing his thing.
Yep.
Mariota, pack your bags and get the fuck out of Dodge, bro.
Yep.
Go back to Hawaii because I think you're done in the NFL, my man. You're done. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and take the over 43.5. I think the line is kind of set a little low. I think it's going to be a bit of a shootout. I do expect Tennessee to get their points. I kind of lean towards Tennessee, but I'm not going to make that an official play. My official play is going to be with Tennessee, not with Tennessee, with the over 43.5. Give me that over 43.5, and let's roll.
Yeah, real quick before you hop into this, BK, I just want to say that the Eric Ebron, their tight end for the Colts, is also just got put on IR, adding on to the Colts' fucking bruises. Look, this is a banged up team. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Joey, go ahead, and what do you think about this one?
I'm just gonna say the last 5 games the Tennessee Titans have played, they have won 3 of the last 5. Okay, they're winning games. They're coming back up. They had a slow start. I mean, we only seen Henry perform the whole year. Now we're seeing Tannehill and everybody else getting more involved. I like to see that. They put up 42 points against the Jaguars last week. I know we talked about that game. We thought it was going to be a pretty close game. But, look, I'm going to take Tennessee this game because I like points. And, look, I'm getting 3.5 points like Mama was saying.
Yeah.
We could lose by a field goal. We still win by the half a point. But another thing, too, the Colts and the Titans are both tied. They're both 6-5.
Yes,
They're
both
home,
the wild card
their
hunt,
home
yeah.
record and their away record are the same.
Identical? Okay.
They're identical. So let me tell you right now, they're both 6-5. Their home record is 4-2, and their away record is 2-3.
Yep.
Titans are on a 2-game winning streak. Colts are on a 1-game losing streak. Okay, the Titans are now catching heat. They're catching fire. Obviously, and look, if they win this game, they're a half game behind the the Texans now.
Yeah.
Texans are 7-4. They win. They're 7-5. So they're gonna come out hot, and I'm gonna take Tennessee this game to catch some points.
Yeah, and real quick, I just want to go over that number I said at first. I don't know if I said it correctly. I said the Indianapolis is 9-1 against the Titans the last 10 games. I meant to say that Indianapolis is 9-1 at home against the Titans in the last 10 games. Okay, just clearing that up. Want to make sure I'm giving you guys the right numbers right here. Who wants to break down the second game?
Hey, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it away. Look, listen up.
Man.
Guys. Above all, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. It'll be this
Happy
Thursday.
Thanksgiving, everybody.
So all of you guys enjoy, happy Thanksgiving with your family and loved ones. And now I'm going to make you some money on that night, all right? Pay attention. Bring out your paper and pencil and
Take notes.
Take notes. Start writing shit down, all right? Because it's gonna come at you pretty fast. I'm gonna be breaking down this game. Dallas Cowboys at home against the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo catching 7.5. You hear me? The Cowboys are favored by 7.5. Buffalo collecting 7.5 points there. The line has been set at 44.5. Jimmy Jones was pissed off this weekend, guys.
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones.
Come
I'm
on,
sorry,
man.
not Jimmy Jones.
Hey, man.
Hey, you know who I'm talking about. That fucking old man from fucking Dallas, the owner. He was very, very upset at his coaching staff. All right, they blew it against New England. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't produce any points. They played a sloppy game. Prescott, fuck, I don't know. Maybe
Well, you can't blame him though. It was the weather. Too.
and maybe
the weather was
his
ugly.
hips were tight and he wasn't slinging it around like he usually does.
didn't
I don't
have his
know.
warm-up dance
He didn't
like
warm
he
up like
does.
he normally does. Hey, he looked like shit out there. Bottom line is Dallas looked terrible. And then on the other hand, Buffalo manhandled Denver. It's not saying much because the Broncos aren't shit right now. They don't have an offense, and their defense apparently didn't, get off the plane in Buffalo. So, hey, look, I really, really like this over 44.5. I think the line is kind of soft. I really like the Bills as well, 7.5. For anybody looking to make money this weekend, as a freebie, I'm telling you right now, take the Buffalo Bills and take those 7.5 points, because even if Dallas does win, I don't think they'll win by more than a touchdown. I just don't see it happening, guys. Be a smart bettor out there. Take Buffalo and the 7.5.
Yes. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and
Fellas.
hop on with you. I know you like the over. I like the over as well.
I
I'm
do.
not going to make that an official pick, though.
Yeah, I didn't make it official either, but
Listen,
it's a tempting
I'm
pick.
not making an official pick. My official pick is going to be the Bills plus 7.5. I just feel like the Bills they're playing really good defense right now, and Josh Allen, he's doing just enough to get the team.
Allen's
over
playing
the-
good.
He's
Real good
playing,
ball.
He's protecting the ball. He's only had one pick this whole year, and it came last week. Listen, you just have to take the Bills. I don't see any way you can take the Cowboys. The Cowboys haven't looked like the Cowboys of last year. They haven't really beat anybody, and they proved that again this week when they couldn't hang with they hung with them. They hung with the Patriots, but they couldn't beat them. They haven't finished off those games. The Bills are 8-3. They're trying to secure that wild card spot. They might even be able to catch up to the Patriots if some crazy shit happens. You never know. All right. Listen, take the Bills. That's the smart play here, in my opinion. That's the money maker. On my card, though, I'm playing both the Bills and the fucking the over.
Yeah,
I think they're both
but your
good
official
picks.
pick for the
My
podcast?
official pick is going to be the Bills.
Yep,
So
7.5.
I'm gonna agree with Mom on this one. I like the way the Bills played last week. Another thing, they're away. They are 4-1 as an away team.
Yeah,
this
they're
year.
a good road team.
They're a good road team. I'm not sure if they can. I'm not sure about the over and under. I don't think it'll go over. But I'm gonna take the Bills 7.5 points. That's kind of a lot of points. I mean, we haven't. I still don't like the Cowboys. I think they're playing their players wrong. Cooper was only got 2 targets last week. I don't
Got
like
one
that.
target, I think. Didn't he?
It was 2, yes.
1, 2?
It was 2.
Oh, terrible.
But I mean, look, the Bills are gonna fight for a playoff spot. I know. I think Dallas is. I mean, they're probably gonna hit. Get a
Buffalo's in the
game
hunt for the playoffs,
but,
guys.
But I think the Bills is just a way better team. Like we were talking about Allen coming in, he's doing good.
See, that's
Brown's
it.
coming in,
Yeah.
Brown's doing good. I mean, we saw congrats to Frank Gore last week, who was third all time in rushing
Frank
yards.
Gore the
That's
whore,
really
man.
good.
You're an ageless fucking whore, man. You still run.
He's still running, man.
Frank Gore
shout
the
out-
whore.
Shout out to Frank Gore.
Shout out.
But I'm gonna take the Bills this game. It's it's a Thursday night game, it's a Thanksgiving game. It's gonna be cool to watch, and
That'll be the second game on Thursday. The first game is
it's
going to
the
be
one
the
Thursday.
shitty game, the Lions and the Bears.
Lions, yeah, no
You'll
one's
probably be crawling out of bed around 9:30 when it kicks off. And look, you're not going to miss much on that game. You got Trubisky and fuck, who's the other
Yeah.
kid? I don't even know who the other kid is.
Driscoll. Doesn't
Driscoll,
matter. Yeah.
exactly.
More like
But-
Drew School, but yeah.
One thing I'm gonna ask you guys about that game. Do you think Stafford's gonna come back this year?
I don't see it. They're already discussing. I've been watching because I have him on my fantasy team. Of course, all my team has been getting injured this year, and I've been getting fucked over.
I think he's.
But they're talking about potentially shutting him down, which it would make
I
sense.
read that too.
There's
and
no
then I
need
read-
for him to go
yeah.
in there. They're not making the playoffs, and then you might as well just try to get a better draft pick, get some better players. I just don't see any reason to put him back in there. Of
You think he
course,
might
I would
retire
like-
at the end of the
I
year?
would- Nah.
No.
No.
Like,
Hey,
he's
look.
still young.
Hey, it's a neck
Yeah.
injury.
Well, you never know.
I don't know.
An-
It's a
Andrew
neck
looked-
injury.
Andrew looked through us all lost, so you can't rule anything out. I
It's
guess.
a neck injury, and you know what? They were downplaying it
Yeah.
because they weren't disclosing this kind of injury at the beginning
Yeah,
of the
I think it was a
season.
back. I don't know. He's got
No, he's got a fractured disc on the back of his neck.
Is it?
Kind of like Peyton Manning
Nah,
did.
that's Flacco.
Well,
you got your shit mixed up.
no,
He's got
he
a
did
back.
too.
He's
No.
got a
Go see a
back.
chiropractor, you'll be dead.
He's got a
Google
back
it.
injury.
Google it.
He's got a back injury. I have him on my fantasy team, like I said.
No, he's having fantasies about him. Not a fantasy owner. Check him out.
The way he was putting up points, I'll be having fantasies all day about that shit. What's the third game we're breaking down, guys?
All right, so the third game
Little
we'll be
BK.
breaking down I'm gonna be talking about the Carolina Panthers, at home, hosting against the Washington Redskins. The Redskins are getting 10.5 points. The over and under is 40.5. Look, no one's gonna stop McCaffrey. I'm just gonna be honest. Nobody on the Redskins defense is gonna stop Christian McCaffrey. He's just gonna run all over them. We saw last week he was doing really good against the Saints. It was a tough loss last week, and I think they are gonna want redemption from last week. I mean,
Their kicker fucked up the game. He missed 2 extra points and he missed the game-winning field goal. And they were all 2 extra points. Extra points are like 20 yards out. The game winner was 20 yards out too, or something like that. It was hella close.
Yeah, I mean it's a game they should have won. They know that, so they're gonna take that and for this next game they're gonna try to push and win. It is a lot of points, 10.5, but the Redskins aren't a good team. They're 2-9. They have nothing to play for if we're being honest. So I'm expecting Carolina to destroy this game and cover.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and this game I'm gonna do the safe pick. You know, I like to make money, like I said. I like safe picks. I just nothing's better than making money. The making money pick on this one is gonna be the over, guys. Listen, the over 40.5. That's super low. The Panthers are gonna at least put up 30. And I pray to God that Haskins can put up at least 10. Something like that. You know, it's going to be like 31-10 kind of game. Maybe the Panthers might even put up more. They're going to blow them out, though. I don't see this being close. But at the same time, I don't like giving up points. And I don't like giving up a lot of points to that 10.5. I don't feel comfortable doing that. So I will just take the over, guys. That's what I'm going to do.
What do you think?
40.5.
Hey, look, listen. Are you guys tired of having your dick on the dirt for fucking betting all these games and losing money? I'm agreeing with the Phenom right now. I'm agreeing with the Phenom right now. Listen, hey, that 40.5. I kind of like what BK saying over here too. Panthers, but 10.5. Man, that's just
As much as I see it being a blowout, I can't.
10.5. That's just too steep
Yeah.
of a number for me to give up. You know what I mean? I do like Carolina at home. I don't know if I like them by 10.5. Matter of fact, I know I don't like them by 10.5. I have no respect for the Redskins. None whatsoever. Haskins, you're a fucking fraud, man. Go back to Ohio State, you dumb fuck. You're not even an NFL quarterback. Go back home. The only play I can make on this game will be the over 40.5. I'm in agreement with the Phenom. Make it official for a score. So 40.5.
I don't think the Redskins can score that many points.
Yeah, no, me either. I'm not saying they're all going to come from them.
But that's why
McCaffrey put up 35 and let somebody else kick a couple field goals, and hey, you know what? Let's go home with our over 40.5.
That's
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's the only
You can't
way I
stop
see it
McCaffrey.
happening.
And if you can't stop
I
him,
really don't see the Redskins putting up more than 13.
Yeah, I mean,
a couple field goals by somebody.
Yeah.
Come on, that's
I
all we
think
need.
It is going to be a better game for the Redskins because I mean, look, anytime
Momentum.
you
Yeah.
get your first QB win, no matter if you're shit or you're really good, it is momentum. You do get that joy, so you want to get that again. You want that feeling again for the next week.
And bottom
but
line,
unfortunately, you don't against a good Carolina Panthers team. So,
but bottom line, Carolina is a home run fucking hitter. I mean, they make plays like they're big time players. They make big time plays. They hung around with New England. They gave not New England. They gave New Orleans a scare last weekend. All right,
They did.
They almost fucking pulled that shit off at the end, guys. If you guys are smart bettors, take the over 40.5.
Yes.
Can't go wrong with it.
I like it.
all right. So on
Phenom.
the
The fourth game we're gonna break down is gonna go ahead and be the Chiefs at home taking on the Raiders. Raiders, of course, are underdogs, but listen to this number: 10.5, and the over under is gonna be 54.5. The over under that number, I'm not looking at that. That's one of those games that I don't know. That number seems way too high in my opinion, but I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable enough to take the under, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick a side. I'm taking the Raiders plus 10.5. That's a shit ton of points. And after what I saw last week, I feel kind of scared taking the Raiders, but
Phenom, you should be fucking trembling in your boots. What do you mean kind of scared?
I think
You should be shitting your pants right now, man.
Here's the thing. Last week, it was a trap game, right? I'm not a Raider fan. I'm not backing them up. I'm saying last week was a trap game. They overlooked the Jets. But guess what? There's no way you overlook Kansas City. No way. Because that's the first team place. You're right behind them. If you win this game, it changes everything, right? They're going to go out there. They're going to play hard. I'm not saying they're going to win, all right? I'm not smoking crack. Listen, but they are going to keep it close, in my opinion. 10.5 points is way too much. Even 10, that's a lot of points. You're giving me a half point? That's a touchdown in the field goal.
Guys, my man over here is talking about that 10.5. It is a big number. It is a big number.
KC has not been blowing people out the water like they have last year.
No, they have not. They haven't been healthy. But they are getting healthy
they're
now.
They're putting up a lot of points. Mahomes he's still fucking the GOAT in my opinion.
No.
At his age, at this time of his career, he's looking like the best quarterback in the NFL. You know,
Russell America Wilson, by the way.
Okay. Anyway,
He's got my vote.
That's besides the fact. All right. Listen, the Chiefs put up points, but guess what? They also give up points, and the Raiders' offense it has to bounce back. They're not a team that scores 3 points like the fucking Broncos did last week. They don't do that consistently. Okay. I'm feeling like this is a game where you take the Raiders and you make some easy money. I don't think you sweat it too hard. Like I said, that's two possessions right there.
Wow.
Come on.
So what's your official pick?
My official pick is the Raiders. If the Raiders can't cover this shit, then I will never.
You're taking the Raiders and the points.
I will never touch them again.
Look,
This man's taking the Raiders and the points. Good pick.
let me tell you. Okay.
BK.
The Raiders, because I'm a Raider fan. It was an embarrassing loss last week. As I know from watching sports, you should never ever overlook the team, no matter their record, because like I was saying last week, at the end of the day, they are athletes. They put in that work to be there in that position, so they're gonna go out and perform, no matter their record, whatever people say. But I don't think with Hunter Renfrow being down, he's not gonna be playing. He might be out for the year, most likely out for the year. That loses a receiver, so that's okay. And Carr has been throwing to him pretty well. Last week, like Mondo was saying, I do see our offense doing better because I mean at the end of the day, it wasn't last week against the Jets. It was not Carr's fault. The receivers were not catching the football.
He did throw a pick six though.
Well, I
He
mean,
did throw a pick
yeah,
six.
when you're down 28-0.
So put 7
Pretty
points on
much.
that
When
man.
I know,
That was
but when you're
on
down
his ass.
28-3, yeah, expect a pick.
Uh,
I wouldn't.
Maybe a pick, but not a pick six. You got to take care of the ball. You're on the road. You're on the East
Okay,
Coast.
but-
That's why I call that shit a fucking. That's why I call that shit a fishy pick last week.
So
that
you're
was
saying
a trap game.
because we were already down 28-3, that whole loss is on Carr.
I just said it's not all on him.
But
those 7 points.
Any of it's on him because his receivers were not catching the ball.
I think
all
he
at the
played-
same time, defense isn't stopping the Jets.
I think
they
he
were
played-
running all over.
It might have been on Gruden. The team just did not look
Yeah, it
prepared.
didn't look prepared. I
Honestly,
agree
yeah,
with you on
and
that. But I will
yeah,
put some of that blame on Derek Carr.
But-
He did look shitty. He regressed this
So
weekend.
with that being said, I'm gonna go with the under 54.5. The last time we played against the Kansas City Chiefs, we held them scoreless for 3 quarters. The only time they scored a lot was the second quarter when Mahomes went off and threw for 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That was the only time they've ever scored a touchdown. After that, they did not score.
Yeah.
Raiders didn't score the whole game either. That was for sure a game that we could have won, especially holding a team like Kansas City with a power offense, 3 scoreless quarters. That's kind of hard to do. So I'm going to take under 54.5, and I think that's the safest pick.
Yeah, well, you know what? I agree with BK over here for just on certain things. Yeah, the Chiefs didn't blow them out of the water, but they could have kept scoring if they wanted to. It's just my opinion. They're playing in Kansas City, and we all know how fucking hard it is to play out there at fucking Arrowhead. Okay?
Yeah.
They start that little bullshit chant that and it's fucking
It's over.
downhill from there.
One
Derek
thing-
Carr looked a little shook up this weekend. At this point in time, I was giving the Raiders their props. I say they were playing better football, but that game last week felt like a trap game to me. They went back to being the Raiders again.
Look, we're a game behind.
Yeah.
So we win. Obviously, this is a really important game.
It's
I
a
would hope. I want the Raiders to win. I would even
it's a make or
be
break
okay
game for
of
them.
losing money for this game because
Uh-huh.
obviously that's my team. So with us being catching the win, Casey losing,
Right.
we both will be 7-5. And I'm obviously I like the Raider
Right.
fan.
But here we're talking about the
But-
spread, so you're not
But
taking
I know,
the 10 and a
I know.
half. So
But I'm telling you, Casey is 2-3 at home.
wow,
But the Raiders aren't also not good on the road. So
they're not.
It's kind of like
I don't know,
It's
guys.
up there.
Yeah, like even I'm getting kind of nervous now that I'm thinking about it. I kind of want to go with the under.
Yeah,
I'm
going
gonna
with
stick with
under.
my pick though.
it's too many points for me. For me, it's too many points.
Can I make my
That's-
official pick now
Make
that
your
you
official
ladies
pick.
have been
What's your
talking
official
for
pick?
like 2-3 hours?
Good.
All right, listen, guys. So like I was saying earlier, I don't trust the Raiders. They're not a team that I can trust and put my money on. And you know what, Kansas City, they've been looking kind of shaky this year. They've been banged up by injuries. They're starting to get healthy, and I see signs of Kansas City starting to catch on fire again, just like they did last year. I can easily see Kansas City covering this 10.5 points, but that's a whole lot of fucking points again. I'm not ever comfortable giving away double-digit points. I
Another
don't
thing-
like that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't like that. I'm a smart bettor. I will stay away from this game as a whole, but I'm touching it because, again, my job is here to fucking break down the games and give you guys where there is value. They found value on that game, so my job is to go out there and find the best number for you guys to make money on. And this week, the best number to make money on there is the under 54 and 54 and a half. I mean, take the under 54 and a half. Casinos have it at 51 and a half. So on this card, you're catching value. 54 and a half. Take it all day long. Kansas City will score.
That's why I wouldn't take the Raiders because
Shitload
KC
points.
did have a bye last week.
Guys, you know what?
So-
Fuck that shit. I'm scared. I'm taking the under. I'm taking the under. You know what? The more
That's a
the more
smart
I'm
man
hearing
right
the
there.
more
You
I'm
wanna make
hearing
money,
these
bust
guys
an
talk,
ass.
the more I think, you know what, this is not a good game to take the Raiders. Like,
It's not a
like,
good game. It
you
is
know
not
what?
a good game. It's not. It's a terrible spot for the Oakland Raiders. They need this win bad.
I'm just looking
They
at-
need this win in the worst fucking way to stay
I
competitive.
was looking at the stats earlier. Like I said, I don't like to listen to stats every single time. And this time I was gonna go against them. Like, listen to this. Listen to these scores. All right. Chiefs 28, Raiders 10. That was the first game this
Second
year.
week.
The last game last year was Oakland 3, Chiefs 35. Like the only game they covered was that same year, 2018, last year. The first game they had was 40-33. But other than that, they haven't covered that number 10. Listen, I'm gonna go with the smart pick. You know what? I want to make money. I don't like losing. I'm gonna go with the under. I'm gonna hop on your guys' thing. You guys convinced me. Okay.
Thank you.
I'll let you guys have that one.
Hey, great minds
did
think
it.
alike. You know what? I give credit. I give credit to little BK over here. He took the fandom out of his head. You don't pick with your heart, my man. You pick with your wallet. And this number tells you take the 54 and a half.
Yes, sir.
There you
Under.
go. You have it. Unanimous decision. Take the under 54 and a half.
All right.
All right, all right.
Show.
Guys, I'm gonna take you back to Thursday, okay? Because it's not gonna be.
Bye.
It's not only gonna be a fucking carved turkey, eating, fucking feast eating,
Playing
dessert
football,
eating,
yeah.
drinking, coffee, dessert kind of day, all right? It's gonna be a fucking feast. You're gonna feast on your bookie's fucking money this weekend, all right? Feast on that motherfucker's wallet. And here's how you do it, guys. We're gonna do it on the night game. After everybody's had enough to eat, desserts, drinks, and everything's, everybody's kind of, full and a little buzz, and they've been chit chatting and talking shit. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna pick up that phone. You're gonna call your bookie. All right. Here's the line, and here's the line. Atlanta is at home, and they're 6.5 underdogs. 6.5 point underdogs at home. Atlanta. All right. The line has been set at 50.5. New Orleans. I hate to say it, but they're not a great team. They're very, very inconsistent. They struggled to beat an average team in Carolina last weekend. They should have lost that fucking game if it wasn't for that kicker that missed that field goal attempt. Anyhow, and Atlanta's Atlanta. Look, bottom line is they do have a lot of talent on offense and defense, but they can't get their shit together. They can't get out of their own goddamn way. They can't do it. So, am I going to trust Atlanta? Even though catching 6.5 points is very tempting, because come on, man, a home team 6.5 points, that's very, very disrespectful. It should make you get up and go out there and play extremely hard, but it's not going to happen. Atlanta's Atlanta. They're going to lay an egg, and the Saints, I can't trust them to cover that number. Give me the under 50.5. Pick up that phone on Thursday night, text your bookie, get your bet in, and thank me on Friday morning.
Yeah, honestly, listen. Look, it's Thursday, Thanksgiving. We got to build up our bankroll for the weekend, guys. And this is how you make the money. I'm gonna go with Scorcho. I looked at his nose. I took a little peek. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see what he had written down. I'm gonna go with the under as well. I had this circled on here. You can check it right. Look at this shit, Scorcho. Under 50.5.
Yeah.
Listen, you have to go with the under in this game. That's the Saints and the Falcons. The last game they had was like 29-6 or something. It was. All right, you know what? I have notes for you. I have some stats right here. I did some homework on this shit. Listen, the last 5 game totals. Listen, all right? Listen. 35, 48, 80, 36, 37. 4 out of the last...
I got one question. What was that 80 point game played at?
Do
you know?
That's right.
Not that it really matters, but
I'm
not that it really matters,
I'm
but
not gonna-
goddamn.
It doesn't matter. They're both indoor stadiums. They're both on turf.
Right.
whatever.
Okay.
Only 4 of the last 5 games though have gone over 50. So
I can-
think about it like that. That's a stat I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna write that shit into the grave. with the bookie. Give me the under 50.5. All right.
I can almost guarantee you that fucking number he just threw out there. I guarantee you, and you can look back on the notes. It was that fucking near that Atlanta went to the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee you it
Yeah, it was. I think
because they're not that kind of fucking team.
It was 2 years ago. So
Yeah?
it was 2 years ago, right?
Hey,
Yeah,
and I'm
they're
not
not-
fucking
they're not
looking
that
at no
team.
laptop. I'm not looking at no computer. This is all coming from up here, man. Bookie killer. El Scorcho coming straight at you.
Look,
Damn it.
well, sorry. Let me check.
Yeah. Compose yourself. Come on, man.
Check the 6.5.
That number's just too high. I
6.5.
can't see myself taking
I mean, it's
the Saints in
I'm
that
not gonna
game.
lie to you. It's
I can't
completely,
see it. I
it's
don't see
completely
it happening.
disrespectful.
Well, the Saints-
Completely disrespectful.
The Saints didn't show up.
6.5
2 weeks
points,
ago.
but Atlanta just you can't trust Atlanta.
Yeah, at the same time, like I want to, like I'm kind of tempted to take Atlanta.
Me too, but I
just because they did beat, they dick slapped the Saints 2 weeks ago, like Joey was saying.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's
But
I can't trust the Falcons. I don't like them. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, put the Falcons on my card every time. I took them one time this year and they hit, but other than that, I'm not gonna touch them.
Yeah,
That's a
no,
team that you
yeah.
don't touch.
If you went to
I-
the well,
Play the under.
if you went to the well and you got lucky,
I'm not
don't go
gonna-
back to it because
Don't
it's
go
gonna be
back to
dry.
it.
It's
Exactly.
gonna be dry.
I'm gonna go back to I'm just gonna go straight to my pick. I'm gonna take the under on this game.
Yes, there we go. Unanimous decision.
I think the reason for that is because I'm thinking it's like, okay, it's a Thanksgiving Day. Everyone's gonna be watching.
Tell the truth.
They're gonna-
We did all the
I'm
thinking
not- I'm
for
being-
you.
I'm
Just
being-
say, hey
no,
man,
I'm being
I'm
serious.
agreeing with them.
No,
You got it short.
This is true because every single person, an
Yeah.
athlete playing football
Yeah.
growing up,
Yeah.
they're like, fuck, I want to play on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, of
In front
course.
of my family, so everyone,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be a competitive game. I think it to be a competitive game. I haven't seen a lot from Kamara. Obviously, he's like fucking disappeared this whole year.
Hey,
banged
he's
up.
been missing. He's
Um,
been missing.
banged up.
But I did see a lot from last week from the Saints. That's what kind of concerns me about this
Yeah,
pick.
they put up
That's
a lot
why
of
I
points,
would.
yeah.
That's why I would take the Saints because they lost 2 weeks ago. They're at their ass.
But the Saints were at home this past week.
They
I
can't
think-
they can't afford to lose this game.
That's yeah. So and another thing, let me check their home and away record. When they were at home, that was their first loss at home.
Yeah.
They're on the road, and they're 4-1. So they have winning records home and away. That's why I was like,
9-2,
I want to
yeah,
take the
9-2.
Saints. The
You can't-
Falcons are
the
1-4
thing is, you
at
can't
home.
always look at the record because the
But-
Falcons going into that game, their first game against the Saints, they hadn't won a game or they had one game won,
But-
and you can't. You just I feel like you can't
I
trust
don't
the.
know.
I
Vikings.
agree with her. I agree with what the Phenom is saying.
know.
Listen, styles make fights,
You're taking the
guys.
under though, right, Joe?
I'm thinking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Styles make fights.
I
Yeah,
want
he's
to
just-
take
he
the
just-
Saints so
yeah,
bad,
yeah.
but I'm just speaking because I know, like obviously I don't play football, but I can see I know why. Like okay, they went out and played hella good.
Nah, fuck that. You play Madden. You play football.
I play Madden. Okay, I hate that game. But no, but I'm saying like when they won their second game, I can see okay.
Huh.
If you guys watched the game, you just saw the first drive.
Uh-huh.
The Atlanta Falcons, they looked like they were fucking undefeated. They looked really good on offense. That's why I was like, I'm not surprised they win.
Oh, well, look, the
Because
talent
if
is
people
there.
are
I've been
doubting-
saying it all
Yeah, that's-
season.
the
The talent is
If people
there.
are doubting them,
They just got to put their shit
we can
together, and
do
they
it.
can't. I can't trust them with my money.
You see a new.
I
Coach.
can't trust them with my money.
Something needs to change, and I think that's obviously they'll be a better team
You
and
know.
have a winning record.
What's
but-
the last game, guys? What we breaking down? Last pick six.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
BK,
So,
your game.
For the sixth game, we got a
Juicy.
juicy match. One of the juicy matchups. Say two for the extra point, but a juicy matchup I'm gonna talk about is Monday Night Football. Seattle Seahawks at home against the Minnesota Vikings.
Wow.
They're giving the Vikings plus 3.5. The over/under is 49.5.
Oof.
Look, this is I can't even speak. This is gonna be a really good game. Vikings were on the bye last week. They are refreshed. They are, I guess you can say, healthy in a way. The Seahawks did play last week. I mean, it was a okay win, but hey, they'll take it. A win's a win at the end of the day.
True.
Wilson had a okay game.
Right.
I think that's perfectly fine. Considering the year he's having, I think one game is okay. I'm gonna expect a shootout in this game. So I think it's a shootout, but I'm gonna take the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
Okay.
They've been
Seattle-
extremely fucking hot. They've been extremely hot against the spread.
Even though their
Seahawks.
home record is 3-2, if they're away, oh my god, I would put all my money on Seahawks. They're 6-0 away on the road. I think they're one of the only undefeated teams at home. I mean away. But I'm gonna take Seattle this game. I think they just are just too good of a team. You have an MVP quarterback, MVP candidate quarterback right there with you. And yeah, I'm taking Seattle this game.
All right.
It is gonna be a really good game though. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a really close game.
You want me to hop onto this, or you want to?
Look, listen, guys.
Yeah, you know what, go ahead.
Let me
You
touch
hop-
up on
hop
this
into
real
it.
quick. Kirk Cousins is coming off perhaps his biggest comeback of his career against a fucking retarded Denver Bronco defense that allowed him to come back. All right.
Hey man,
But anyway, bottom line, stats don't lie. All right? Women and men lie. Children lie. Stats don't lie. Kirk Cousins has been on fucking fire as of late. But so has fucking Russell Wilson.
Russell America.
Russell America fucking Wilson, guys. I'm telling
Man,
you guys.
wanna pick the fucking
This
Vikings.
guy,
I'm looking
this
at
guy
this stuff, I wanna
is
pick
a
the
legit
Vikings, man.
quarterback. He's very athletic. He's very mobile. He's a smart and extremely dangerous with his fucking hand and on his feet on the run. You gotta fear this man. He's got that nice, deep, long ball that he can throw.
Hey man,
But,
the hell?
but hear me out.
What are we talking about again? We talking about
But
sports or what?
I do like
Is this
Minnesota.
gambling, or what are you doing,
I
man?
do like the Minnesota Vikings. And anybody listening to the podcast knows that I have a history for siding with the Vikings. I love the Vikings, but I love them at home. On the road, I'm afraid to take them. But I'm not gonna lie to you. This number of 3.5, if you give me that hook, which is at 0.5 point, I'm very tempted to take Minnesota here, fellas. I really am.
Yeah, I'm tempted to take Minnesota.
I really,
The reason
really
for
am.
that is because with the loss last week from the Packers, this is their chance to take first place.
You know what? I'm gonna talk
Right.
before Joey
Right.
takes all the shit out of my mouth. I'm taking the Vikings, guys. I'm gonna be straight with you guys. I have it written down right here. The Vikings are the play. Listen. All right, the Vikings are coming off a bye. All right, the best.
they are.
The best.
They're rested.
The best thing to have is a bye week.
Zimmerman's gonna have those boys ready and fired to
Especially
go.
late in the
Go
game,
relax in
late
the hot
season,
tub.
I mean.
Get a week to get ready. Get healthy. Coaching staff gets to put their game plan together to stop Russell America Wilson, whoever the fuck that
You know
is. Nah, I'm playing that. He's a goat in my
He's a
opinion.
goat. A goat.
Listen though, you have to take the Vikings. That 0.5 point is giving you too much value to toss away on the side. Okay, take the Vikings because
That's it.
look.
Changing it.
Vikings.
Look, we
Let
got-
me talk, man. Let me talk. I got the stats for the listeners right now. Okay, Seattle is 1-4 at home against the spread. 1-4. That's ugly, man.
At home.
Ugly.
They
At
struggle
home.
against bad teams.
At home.
Cincinnati,
Exactly.
Arizona.
There's no home
They
field.
struggle at home.
This supposed home field advantage,
Ravens.
12th man.
They struggle at home.
I don't know if it's real this year because they haven't been able to get it done at home. 1-4 against the spread at home.
No.
Like I said,
Yeah.
Minnesota's not too much better on the road. They're 3-3 against the spread. It's whatever 50-50 chance you're gonna hit. But what Joey was saying, Minnesota is tied with the Packers for first place right now.
That's
They're
motivation.
half game back because they
If
lost.
you know football and athlete,
Yeah.
that's fucking motivation right
That-
there. Like you want first
Exactly.
place.
Guys, for all of you guys that know football out there, I'm going to give you guys the X factor. All right? Because right now, these guys are talking out of their ass, and yeah, it sounds like a very even game, which it really is. But the X factor here is the Minnesota Vikings running back, Dalvin fucking Cook.
Yes.
He's turning it up.
That's the X factor.
And you know,
Yes.
sorry, one other thing, right? I'm taking
All
the
right.
Vikings. Frank Gore shouted that boy out last week.
The Hawks don't have a running back.
Oh,
If it's
man.
not Russell America Wilson, they don't have a running back. Minnesota
they
does
got-
have
they
that
got
option.
Carson.
They got Carson.
Come
They got
on,
King.
man.
They gotta get
Who?
No,
Listen
okay,
though.
he's not a down
Who?
guy,
Like I
but-
said, Seattle's defense isn't all that good this year, guys. It's gonna come down to fucking Russell Wilson having to make sure this team covers that spread, all right? And the Vikings are too good of a team. They're complete. This is a complete team.
Hey, he hit it right on the nail.
They got a really good quarterback. They have in my opinion, the best running back in the NFL current day right now. Like, who's better than him right now? Nobody.
Yeah, no, he hit it right on the
Saquon's
nail.
not there.
The
Ezekiel
the
is
Seahawks
not there.
defense is not that good right
No
now.
one's there
I
right
would
now.
say they're.
McCaffrey?
I would say they're.
They have hella good wide receivers, especially if Thielen plays. I'm gonna guarantee you I'm taking
Yeah,
the
that's
Vikings.
why- that's
if
why
Thielen
I'm switching my
plays,
pick.
if Thielen plays, come down, score.
I
Hey,
would say
man,
the Seahawks
let me
are
talk.
shorthanded
Let
on
me talk.
defense.
Let me
They're
talk.
shorthanded on
Okay,
defense.
We're getting fired up about this game because it's a juicy matchup, and when you have juicy matchups,
saying,
everyone
man.
wants to bet on
Yeah,
it,
this
and it's the
guy.
last game of the week. So whoever lost money is gonna want to try to make money back.
Yeah.
Listen, I know you know what. Well, if you listen to our picks, you're gonna be up anyway. So you're playing with house money. But some of you guys that aren't listening and you just tuned in right now, listen. You're gonna need to make your money back, and if
Look.
you want to make your money back, take the Vikings. Take the Vikings. That's how you make your money.
He's taking the Vikings
struggling
and the juice.
so much
And what are you taking?
Hold on.
You want me to come back to you? Because I'm going to make my official pick right now.
I think I changed your mind because you were originally going Seahawks.
I was
right?
going to see, but then look. Okay, now I'm looking at the standings and how
I have the tendency of doing that. I'm just saying.
how close the standings are for both teams. If the
Yeah,
Vikings,
these are the two wild cards.
If the
These are the two wild
Vikings win,
cards.
they're in first place. If the Seahawks win, and we talking about this in the extra point, the Niners lose to the Ravens, they're tied for first place,
Yeah.
and they may be taking
This
first
game
place.
is this has.
That's
a
why
lot,
this is gonna be. That's why I'm thinking it's gonna be a really close game.
Yeah.
But if I'm getting points, I'm gonna take the points. So I'm gonna take the Vikings.
All right. So we got two gentlemen here taking the Vikings. All
I
right.
convinced you. I convinced him.
Guys.
Does that convince you too?
No, look, I'm just saying that's not a bad pick. I'm not saying that's a bad pick. Come Monday morning and you wake up and the line hasn't moved, it's 3.5. Take your Vikings. If it's gone to 4, hey, you're a dumbass if you don't take the Vikings. But I'm not gonna take a side here. I'm gonna tell you where the money is. You don't have to sweat it like a whore at church. You're gonna sit back and collect your money. You're gonna go ahead and take the under 49.5. Minnesota's coming to play fucking defense. Russell America Wilson, he looks tired right now. He needs that bye week to come now. Take the under 49.5. Collect that money. Get your bags and let's go.
When is their bye week? They already had a bye week.
No, they haven't. They haven't had
They
their
have
bye
a
week.
bye week. No, they have.
When did they have their bye week?
Who? Seattle?
Seattle.
They had like 2
No,
weeks
they
ago.
haven't had their bye week.
They did have
They
their bye
haven't?
week. Yeah.
No,
it was week 10.
sorry, they've already had their
It
bye
was
week.
It was week
Well,
10.
they look
sorry.
fucking tired still, guys.
That's but they do look. Yeah.
Take the 49.5. Take the under on that 49.5. El Scorch was guaranteeing that pick to hit.
There you go, guys. You have it. You have,
You have
two.
it right
You have
there.
2 Vikings, or you have the under. Like we said, you know,
I'm not mad at that
like-
Viking pick. I'm
like
not
we
mad
said-
at that pick though. Like I
we
said, 3.5 is a smart pick.
This
Taking
is
points,
the current line at the moment. I have a feeling that 3.5 is not.
It's
be
gonna
there.
move. I guarantee it is gonna move.
It might drop to like a 2.5, and at 2.5, I think you do have to go with the under. We're going based off these numbers on the card.
At the
like we
moment,
said.
if you were to put your bet now.
Exactly. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up the pick 6 segment with that one.
All right,
we
let's
have
move.
our 6 games we went ahead and broke down, but we do have an extra point for you guys this week because there is a juicy ass matchup.
freaking
They just played right
It's a
now.
morning game too.
They just played right now. The Ravens, the Baltimore Ravens. They're
Against
gonna
the
be
49ers.
They're gonna be at home.
They're gonna be at home playing against the 49ers. All right, listen, the Niners are underdogs. For some reason, surprisingly, plus 4.5. Well, I mean, I can't say some reason. You saw what they just did to the fucking Rams.
Yeah.
Plus 4.5. Over under is 46.5. Fellas, I'm gonna go ahead and start this game off. I love the over. 46.5. Listen, Lamar Jackson. I was thinking, we were talking about it, Joe. You know, fucking BK was talking about it. He was saying we were talking shit about the Ravens.
Yeah.
How today against the Rams was a potential trap game. It did not end up being that trap game.
Apologize.
They blew him out, and he just solidified his case for MVP this year, which I think he is going to get. He deserves it. He deserves it. You can't take it away from him. Listen,
Almost 100 rushing yards.
Yeah, no,
I don't
he's-
think
he's-
there's a defense
he's
out
playing
there.
out of his mind right now.
I don't think there's a
Bottom
defense
line.
out there that can stop Lamar Jackson at this moment.
And if there is, it's got to be the 49ers defense. They're
No, I
fucking
think-
legit.
I think-
if there is, it's got to
I
be
think
them.
there is.
I'm not saying
And
they're
I
going
think-
to.
and
I'm
I
gonna let
think-
you guys do your
yeah.
thing.
Can I talk?
Yeah.
Listen. The only team that could have stopped them was the Patriots. Bill Belichick is a defensive mind. He's a fucking awesome head coach.
The hoodie.
He is the best head coach of all time, and he even couldn't get an answer for Lamar Jackson.
The hoodie
There's been
tribute.
There's been 13 weeks full, 13 weeks worth of tape out there on Lamar Jackson. And no one has been able to stop him. The Niners have a great defense. This is going to be a really big test for him. It might be his biggest one. Some will argue, but they're still going to put up points. You can't stop Lamar Jackson. He's got it all. He's got the accuracy
something
now.
that's kinda-
He's got the legs, and he's got a fucking awesome team behind him. He has Mark Ingram running the ball down people's throats.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
So how are you gonna get your listeners paid this weekend on this game?
You're taking the over. I already said it. I already said it. I'm locking that. That's an official pick. I'm gonna
Yes.
go ahead and I'm gonna even call this a fucking a blue chip. The over on this game, 46.5. That number's too low, guys. It's too low. The Ravens can put up 46 by themselves. They put up 45 today against the Rams. All you need is a field goal from San Francisco, and they got a lot better offense than the Rams at this moment. Not on paper, but they play a lot better than the Rams do.
Look, like I said last week, that a player like Lamar Jackson, you know, when you're coach, like you were saying, there's 13 weeks of film on him. He's one of those players that you get like we were saying Mahomes last week. right? No, last year. Sorry. Mahomes last year, we were like, man, they have all this film, teams from other games. So why can't you stop them?
Right.
He's just one of those players that he's gonna pick apart your defense. He knows he's a smart quarterback. He knows. I mean, he 95 rushing yards this week or today. You know,
today.
So look, I'm gonna take the over. I'm with Mundo on this one. They do have two great offenses going against each other. Yeah. Obviously, I think that the Niners' defense is the best in the NFL right now. But I think we're gonna see a lot of.
I will say this though.
This is gonna be a challenge for both teams.
While we both like the over, I'm not too tempted to take the Ravens on this game. I'm more tempted to take the 49ers. Some of you guys may want to say, fuck the over under. Let me pick a side. What do you guys want to know what I think? I think if you're gonna take a side, it's not an official pick. Like I said, I already gave my official pick the over. But if you want to go ahead and pick a side, you don't want to root against both teams getting the over under. I would say take the Niners. I think this is a good week to take them. You're getting a good number there, 4.5. That's a really good number in my opinion.
It's more than a field. Yeah.
If you're taking a side, take the Niners. They'll keep it close. They're not a team that's going to get blown out.
Yeah, they're not going to get blown out. It's going to be a close game. It's obviously going to be battle of the offenses. And
well, guys, this is my Thanksgiving special from me to you. It's a gift. All right? That's what Thanksgiving is about anyway. What? Giving. This is my gift to you. I'm giving you this pick.
Hold on.
All right? It's my Thanksgiving gift to you. And you guys hear me out. I've been accused of being a fucking undercover Baltimore Ravens fan. No, I'm just not a fucking dummy. I start breaking down the games. I start breaking down the teams before the season even kicks off. I told these cats, and they can tell me right now if I'm lying. I'm on camera. I said this year the Baltimore Ravens are going to be making me a lot of fucking dough. That's been the case so far.
Did you say that last week, or did you say that week?
No, I've been saying that. I've been saying it all season long, and I've been saying you especially take them when you're catching points. Yeah. I've been saying that as well. Review the previous podcast. It's all there. Again, stats don't lie. Listen, I know I'm going to go against one of the things that I've been saying. Take the Ravens when you're catching points. But they are playing so good right now. So freaking good. And they're playing at home against the 49ers. On paper, it's a very even matchup. I like the 49ers defense. I respect them. I really, really do.
Hey, can I say something real quick before you get into it?
Go ahead.
So, the weather on Sunday is going to be raining. Does that change your opinion on this game?
Nothing.
No, right? Okay. It doesn't change mine either. It doesn't change mine. I'm just saying,
guys,
putting it on record, it's going to be raining on Sunday.
I say this is a gift from me to you. I'm playing it. This is a personal play. I'm playing this on my card. That's how fucking good I feel about this pick, all right? And it's going to be a double whammy for you. A double whammy means I'm going to get you paid two kinds of ways. You pick how you want to make your money. If you want to make it twice, double up on it. Simple as that, guys. Take the Ravens. Give away the points. Lay the wood. 4.5 ain't nothing. They're going to cover that number easy. You know why? Because Jimmy G can't cover shit. I don't trust the 49ers to have to come back if they need to. And in this case, they're going to need to come back. He's not going to be able to carry them. Jimmy G is good for a pick every single game.
Yes.
Take the Ravens and give away the points. And like I said, this is the second part of my deal. Make money on the under. I don't expect San Francisco to put up points.
Hold on. Okay, go on.
Take the Ravens. They're going to control the clock. And don't be surprised to see this Jackson guy sitting on the sidelines by mid-fourth quarter. Thank me when you see me. If you see me at the bar, buy me a drink.
As of tonight, the Ravens have outscored their last three opponents 135-26.
Need I say more? Buy me a drink when you see me at a bar.
You're saying
the
under.
I'm saying under.
They're outscoring their opponents
Joe,
135-26.
Do we have to come back and review this podcast next weekend?
Listen.
Take the under, 46.5.
Fellas.
Hold on.
Hey. Scorcho, you said take the under today. That did not work out so well for you. Listen,
it didn't.
I told you.
It didn't.
I told you not to take the under.
It didn't.
You're going against a team that it's just hard to game plan for them.
All right, there you go. I mean,
take it away, guys.
You were gonna say something. You were gonna say something right now.
That was what you were gonna say. That's what I was gonna say.
honestly, Scorcho, I think you're smoking crack.
Nope.
Well, okay.
I
one
like
thing-
the-
okay.
Both
hold
those
on.
picks are
I'm
scary
gonna
to
say
me.
something.
They don't sound like locks.
I'm gonna say something. The Niners have scored over like.
I'm
30
playing them on my
points
card.
every single week, except for that week they played the Redskins when it was pouring rain. That's the only time they scored under 20 points.
They're a high-scoring offense.
They're a high-scoring offense. You're going against another high-scoring offense. We
That
saw
number's
today.
too low.
45.
I
dude.
respect-
That number's too low.
Nope, I respect San Francisco defense. You know what? Make that my blue chip for the weekend.
Wow. You know what? Let's get.
Make that my blue chip for the weekend.
Let's get. Yeah. Let's
Make
go
that my
ahead.
blue chip for the
So-
weekend. Hey, the last two times.
Hey man.
The last two times.
Fellas, we are getting into the blue chip segment. Scorcho, what's your blue chip? Since
The
you're
last
going
the
off?
last two times that I went out of my way and pulled my nutsack and put it on the table and say, this is what I'm picking and this is what I'm doing and this is what I'm going to go ahead and put my money behind on, it's hit. I'm doing it again, guys. I'm doing it again.
Yeah, but you
I'm
picked
not
it
betting with
against
my
a-
mouth. I'm betting with my money.
You
Hear me out, guys.
picked those two against a weak Bears team and a weak Browns team.
I'm taking, don't listen to the guy that took the Raiders last week. I'm taking the under 46 and a half,
The over
and that's
already
my
from last
and
week.
that is my blue chip.
Hit the over if you guys listened last
I'm sorry. The over 46 and a half on the Ravens game.
week. Let's check this. You took the over 2 on that game, the Raider
No,
game.
right here, Joe. This right here.
The Raider game
Oh, that-
last week. You
Yes,
took
I'm talking
over.
about right
So did
now.
I.
Take the
Well,
over.
that isn't now.
So again, it's a 2-pack. Take the Ravens and take the over 46 and a half.
Okay.
Let's go.
What's your
My blue chip, I'm taking the Titans plus 3.5. They're going against the injured Colts team. The Titans are looking really good, so I'm taking the Titans. My blue chip.
blue chip? Listen up if you want to make money. I already said it earlier. Take the Bills plus 7.5 against the Cowboys, Cowgirls, whoever you want to call them. They're not America's team, I can tell you that. Listen, the Bills are the money maker this year. They are going to make you some money. And you know who my other money maker is? If you want a little golden nugget on the side, because you know what? I am feeling generous. It's Thanksgiving. I feel like giving out gifts. Take the Cardinals. I've been saying it all year long.
They're your babies. They're
The
your
Cardinals
babies.
are my fucking babies, man. They've been covering every single time I picked them. They are 7-4 against the spread. 7-4. That is the
I'm sorry.
that is the best team against the spread this year. If you see them on the card and they're playing against the sorry ass Rams who just got fucking dick slapped by the fucking Ravens, sheesh! I'll take those 4.5 points. Put them on for me as a golden nugget. Listen, get paid this
Not
weekend,
bad,
fellas.
actually.
Get paid.
That's not bad.
Hey, you know what? Have Thanksgiving come at the expense of your fucking bookie this weekend. All right, guys? Be smart. You guys heard we made some
But,
cases
man,
for
at
you
the end of
guys
the
on why
day-
take certain picks. Listen to the best handicapper you guys think was going to, get you guys paid. Get paid. Get that money. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the like button.
There you go.
Follow
There you
us.
go.
There you
See
go.
you guys next week.
Look, at the end of the day, obviously we all made good points and strong cases for each of our
Exactly.
players. Either take 1-1-1,
Exactly.
you'll still hit.
Remember, it's
No
not
matter what,
it's
man,
not
you'll
us
hit.
against each other.
It's not.
It's us against your
It's not.
fucking bookie.
Exactly.
Let's get that motherfucker killed. Let's
Get
make
the
him pay for
bookie,
Thanksgiving.
Get your shovels up. And remember, don't let the
let
players be the only ones to get paid.
Get your shit. We'll see you guys next week for week 14. Peace.